sure I'm last. I'm Rob Bachman. I'm an associate professor of chemistry. I guess I'm really here in my other role as in my second year as the director of undergraduate research, which is really just a short name for the director of undergraduate research, scholarship, and creative activities. It's just too long to put it all together. First, a little background that will help explain what that means. I've been a faculty member somewhere for about 15 years now. I started out at Georgetown, and I ran a PhD program and found that I still, emotionally, the thing that I got the most reward from in my life was working with undergraduates in my laboratory. And I became a member of a group that, neatly enough, I happen to have a coffee mug from their meeting in front of me, the Council on Undergraduate Research, which was actually a posse, believe it or not, of a bunch of chemists sitting around in an airport moaning about the fact that at small schools it was really hard to get funding. And so they started a national organization to help faculty find ways to work with students in their scholarship. And I'm also now a counselor in the Division of Chemistry for that organization. So I came here in 2001 because I wanted to work at a liberal arts college. That was the easiest way to describe why I came here. And immediately started having students in my lab. And one of the interesting things you noticed if you listen to all three of these people, young people here, is they talked about experiential learning. They talked about learning by doing. And one of the most powerful forms of learning by doing you can do it at an institution is to get engaged with a faculty member in what they are already passionate about, what their research is about, and find a way to do that. And so I've been doing it. It's been sort of normal in the sciences for faculty to invite students into their lab. It's a little harder in many cases for the humanities faculty to figure out how to do that. Kerr now spans every discipline. As of 2 years ago, they officially made a division of arts and humanities, so this is now a national movement for everybody. And we took a team, I led a team 2.5 years ago now, to a workshop, an NSF-funded workshop run by Kerr, called Institutionalizing Undergraduate Research. And the goal of that workshop was to find ways in which an institution can embed that opportunity into every aspect of what they're doing. Studies have shown that these kinds of activities increase retention, increase student satisfaction, increase student preparation for whatever comes next. And I think it's true of all experiential learning opportunities. It's not just research, it's just that just happens to be the part that I'm involved in. And so over the last 2 years, what we've begun to do is to look around campus and see where we have pockets of that already happening. And one of the interesting things we found is there are a lot more pockets of it than anybody ever realized. And then find ways to bring that out, make the opportunities, make people aware of the opportunities, and to facilitate faculty and students that want to do more. So I spent an awful lot of time actually working with development, trying to find resources. I do an awful lot of, spend an awful lot of time working with students trying to help them figure out how to make this happen. And those are really rewarding interactions. Two sort of pieces of that will illustrate that. The development managed to convince a donor to give a relatively large sum of money that has endowed something called the Fund for Innovative Teaching and Learning. Now that's split into 3 parts. The Department controls one part that involves students or faculty, students, staff, faculty that come up with creative ideas outside the classroom they want to do, and he has a pot of money to help that happen. The director for the Center for Teaching has a pot of money that will allow faculty to develop really innovative classes to find a way to make that happen. And I control a part that allows students to take summer internships doing scholarly activities with faculty on campus. And this past summer was really exciting because we not only funded some science students, but we had a student working with a faculty member in philosophy, 3 in Spanish. We had applications from English that we couldn't fund, we ran out of money. But most of the money went to people in non-science disciplines, and that was really exciting for me because I saw what I want to see happen, which is this idea of faculty and students working together very, very closely and very intensely, which is a hallmark of what we can do. It's what we're good at. Let's make it better. And you heard a lot of those themes too, this idea of things we do really well. Let's let's do them better. So that's been what I've really been working with on the last 2 years, in addition to all the work I do sort of in my classes and in my lab. And I'm going to shut up because I want to hear what you want to know about.